Hi, welcome back to the ICE Resin blog. This is Heather Widener for the ICE Resin Design Team. And today I'm going to show you how to take some of those fabulous laser cut chipboard wood objects that are available in craft stores and lots of other places these days, and simply by adding iced enamels and ice resin, turn them into a fabulous object that you can hang in a window and actually simulate the look of stained glass. Let me show you what I'm talking about. There are two options for this project. The first is an ornament that you can hang in a window or even from a tree, and the second is a frame in which you can hang a beautiful image. The supply list for this project includes mixing cups, ice resin, disposable brushes, skewers and mixing sticks, a sponge, packing tape, iced enamels medium, your laser cut wood chipboard, and an assortment of iced enamels, along with an assortment of acrylic paint. The first thing to do is to paint the front of your chipboard with a layer of the iced enamels medium. When you have covered the chipboard, what you want to do is just simply go ahead and sprinkle the chipboard with your desired color or colors that you want to use for this project. You can use a single color or a mix of color. When you've finished with that, all you need to do is pick it up and gently tap the excess off. Don't throw that out though. You can certainly use it for another project. Now it's time to use your heat gun to melt the iced enamels, and it will take longer than on metal to do the wood because the wood does not conduct heat as quickly as metal. When that's finished, you can see it has a lovely sheen even without an ice resin application. If you're doing the frame project, now is the time in which you will apply ice resin to the back and the front of the image you've selected. The image needs to be cut to fit the opening of your frame, but leave a 1/4 inch border so that you have something with which to adhere to the frame when you finish. You want to let that cure overnight. Now we're going to prepare the chipboard for the application of resin. I've already painted the back of the chipboard with acrylic paint in a coordinating color, and now I'm going to cover half of the chipboard with a piece of packing tape and burnish very, very firmly. I don't want to have any openings, gaps, or air bubbles through which the resin will leak out the bottom once I start applying all the colors. I want the colors to stay distinct and not become muddled. Apply the second piece of packing tape overlapping with the first to secure the remainder of the chipboard. Now comes the fun part. It's time to start mixing the colors. I mix 1 ounce of ice resin and divide it amongst 4 or 5 cups so that I can just put a small amount of resin in each cup for each color because I do not need much of each color. To mix, I'm going to just take basically a drop of paint about half the size of a green pea, and I'm going to mix that into one of the cups. I'm going to do that with each of my colors, and you can see there that I've already prepared 4 of my other colors. When that is finished, I'm going to start applying my colors to the actual piece. I'm just going to use the pointy end of a bamboo skewer and carefully apply the colors in the pattern that I decided on in advance. You want to not overfill the cells. It does not take much resin to fill those little holes in the chipboard, but if you do have a spillage or an overfilling, all you have to do is use the paper towel and quickly wipe it up, and it'll be fine. It'll come right up and right off of the iced enamels. I'm going to keep filling all the holes with the colors in the pattern that I desire, and then I'm going to let that cure overnight. You'll see that I don't actually fill the cells up to the very top surface of the chipboard. I leave them a little bit below because it adds an element of dimension and makes a nice effect. Once that's cured overnight, you can remove the packing tape, but you want to do that carefully and slowly so that you don't damage the chipboard or inadvertently remove any of the acrylic paint. Now your piece is finished and is ready to be hung with a piece of ribbon or yarn or whatever material you desire. If you're working with the frame, now it's time to apply the image that you've ice resined to the back of the frame. You want to put the image face down on the back of the frame and then just secure it in a few spots with some very small pieces of packing tape. That'll make it easier for the next step when we apply the resin. Once you've finished with the taping, you just want to take another piece of sponge and apply a thin layer of resin to the back of the frame, overlapping the 1/4-inch border of the image. This will secure the image really well permanently to the frame, and then you'll be ready to hang it up in a window and enjoy the light coming through beautifully as well. I hope you've enjoyed this project. For more information about this project and lots of other fabulous projects, check out the ICE Resin blog at iceresin.com. And for more information about my work, you can find me at gemfabulous.com and hughbijou.com. Thanks so much and have a wonderful, beautiful day.